Good morning, Hero Wars fans. This video is a chatty one that barely touches on the content of Hero Wars. Due to a problem with the graphics board of the computer I am using, the frequency of posting videos has become very slow. Actually, I purchased a newly released graphics board called RTX 3050 made by Asus on February 6th, but since I started using it, I have been experiencing symptoms such as screen freezes and my computer rebooting several times a day. In the past few days, I spent a lot of time trying to solve this problem and dealing with the malfunction of the graphics board, which delayed the start of my video production. I am relieved to say that I have contacted my computer dealer and started the process of having the product I purchased replaced with a new and identical graphics board, but I regret that I have wasted more than 10 hours in total. I'm sure some of our viewers who play Hero Wars have had problems logging into the game because of problems with their internet connection or their computer. Several times in the past, my guild had guildmates who could not log into the game for several days due to internet connection problems. In Japan, there are few problems with internet connection, but many overseas game users live in areas with poor internet connection. For a game like Hero Wars, where you log into the game every day, the most annoying accidents are computer failure and internet connection problems. Therefore, even if you buy a new computer, it is better to keep your old one as a spare. I also have an old computer with an Intel Core 2 Quad CPU as a backup in case I need to use it. Well, with this old spare, I can log into Hero Wars, but I can't make videos, which is pretty annoying. After running a guild for a long time, it is rare to find guildmates who suddenly stop logging into the game altogether. In the case of new servers, the pattern is usually that they try out Hero Wars for the first time, but quit the game itself after a few weeks. Therefore, for the first few months after the server is opened, it is a good idea for guild masters to set the number of days before deleting inactive players in the guild settings administration screen to a short period of a few days. In the case of a qualifying league or bronze league on a new server, I think it would be preferable to set the number of days so that inactive players are automatically kicked out after a few days, since there is a pretty good chance that there will be guild members playing a trial game. Even if an active player is automatically kicked out for some reason, motivated players will try to rejoin the guild. For guilds on servers that have been open for a year, not new servers, it would be a good idea to extend the number of days to remove inactive players in the guild settings to 30 days. This is because after a year or so since the server started, most players are familiar enough with Hero Wars to call themselves old-timers, and rarely stop guild activities without warning. If a long-time guildmate suddenly doesn't log into the game for several days, there is a high possibility that there is a problem with your computer or internet connection, or the guildmate has a sudden illness that prevents him or her from logging into the game. In many cases, it is suspected that the players were unable to log into the game for several days due to some kind of guildmate trouble, which is a characteristic of servers that have been open for more than a year. Cases where guildmates want to log into the game but can't due to problems are characteristic of servers that have been open for more than a year. I'll wrap up the story. The graphics board failure that occurred on my computer this time was a sobering experience for me. The failure of the graphics board that I had just purchased was not a big problem because it was within the warranty period of the product I had purchased, but if this became a failure of the motherboard, I would be in great trouble. This is because the purchase of a new graphics board has left me with absolutely no financial resources to purchase a new motherboard. The motherboard I'm using is compatible with Intel's 9th generation CPU that were released a few years ago, so if I were to have to replace my motherboard, I would have to purchase a 12th generation CPU and a corresponding motherboard. I'm not proud of it, but I don't have a job and I don't have any money, so if the motherboard fails, I won't be able to post videos anymore. Now, this is why I said that guildmasters should change their guild settings depending on the situation. Thank you for watching the video until the last part. I'll see you in my next video.